it's Gregory back with another video for you. Super excited about today's video because I am switching it up, and today we're gonna do like a little complexion video, and I'm gonna kind of show you my daily favorites and kind of what I wear every day, but I'm gonna dial it up a little bit, like maybe if I was going out somewhere where there's an event, maybe some pictures or something. I have nothing on now. I feel so naked because I don't really wear a lot of like makeup every day. My like everyday look is very like light and sheer. So that's why I figured I would do more of like if I'm going out. So there's a couple more steps and a couple more of my favorites to share with you guys. So we will get started. Of course, I have prepped my skin with my very own Skin Slept In, and also True Beauty eye cream from Dermawear. I love it because it's got the little under eye like light refractors, and I guess I dropped I just broke a mirror. It's been a bit much getting the video prep. So I also have on Perfect Fit by Dermawear, which is a really nice energizing moisturizer. So the canvas is bare. I broke my mirror, so now I'm going to be using my Tom Ford Compact for close-ups. So let's start with the primer. So lately I've been using the E.L.F. Poreless Putty Primer. I really like this because it feels nice and cool on the skin, and I do notice a difference that it keeps things held on really, really well. So I use this little stipple brush for like everything. It's my favorite. Oh, that's maybe a little too much. So I just kind of like sweep this around and then blend it into the skin. I like it kind of on the tops of the eyelids, and I work it into the brows to help hold that brow pencil on, because I feel like that's where I have the most problem. I feel like my eyebrow pencil just like disappears halfway through the day. So this feels really nice. It looks like it would be heavy on the skin, but it's actually not. And it creates a really nice canvas for everything. So that's on first step, and you're supposed to wait like 30 seconds for that before you put on your next step. So what I'm gonna do is prep the next product. I have Vitalumiere Aqua from Chanel. Bloop. I'll put the links below so you can actually see this. Oh, there we go. I love this one because it's very light and sheer, and what I'm gonna do is actually blend it with a little bit of my Skin Slept In just to make it like super sheer and light. And I always use the back of my hand as a canvas for everything, just easy breezy. So I mix it on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna bloop, 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 tap, and do a couple of swipes. You see the color's like perfect because you can't even see it. It blends like right into the skin. And again, I'm just like going and blending really nicely. And you can already see that it's kind of like evening everything out, which is really nice. And it's light. You know, I like this because it lets like your natural skin show through, and doesn't look like heavy or fake. And it has like a nice little glow to it, which is my favorite part. I'm gonna double check my work. Oh, it's good. So let's just buff any others in. So, and the nice thing about it, it's a little bit buildable. I wouldn't call it like crazy buildable, but just a little bit. So there we go. So now the main part's done. And next, Yves Saint Laurent Touche Éclat number 3, my favorite. I worked for Yves Saint Laurent for years. I love this product. There's nothing like it. The peach tone is perfect for me for under my eyes because it cancels out all of that like darkness. Yes, we do it on the lid too. And then I like to take it just down on like the nasolabial folds underneath the nose, and then I do above the brows. This is also like canceling out redness. Don't forget to get the sides of your eyes, guys. That little bit of darkness can totally kill your look. So now again, and sweepy, very gentle, and up there too, blending that in. And again, this is just like no other product. Like it's often imitated, never duplicated. It blends so beautifully on the skin and looks so like luminous and perfect. Yeah, I like that. You can already tell, right? Things are starting to look a little bit more perfect and Instagram ready. So next step If I need a little bit more coverage under the eyes, I do the Clinique Airbrush Concealer. I love this stuff because it's so like, I could get up close here. It's so light, so you guys will be able to see everything a little better. And I just go back in with a little bit. And anywhere where I see like any more redness, which I think I'm okay, I'll do just a little on the nose. So this is just a little bit more coverage. It's a light to medium coverage concealer with buildable coverage. So it just looks really, really natural. You know, because the Touche Éclat's not really a concealer. It's like a tinted highlighter. So the Airbrush Concealer is actually a concealer. So it's gonna give more coverage in covering up like darkness and, you know, any redness and things. So that's why I like that. Now, if I want to do like a little pop of highlight, I will take the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Just a little bit. What color is this? This is number 3, light medium. The Clinique Airbrush Concealer is number 2, medium. So this I will just take a little bit and I'll just do like a little on the cheeks. Again, I wouldn't do this every day. This I would do more like if I was going somewhere. Down the center of the nose, under the eye a little bit, around the lips. There, and then let's add a little bit more. Actually, let's blend first while it's still a little wet. There we go, and just gently, again, this texture, Charlotte Tilbury knows texture, man. Her textures are always gorgeous. And then just a little bit on the nose, and let's do up here under the brows to accentuate the brows. All right, oh, this is looking nice. I'm gonna take a little bit more right kind of on the forehead. This is the part where I feel like you have to be really careful because it is a fine line between glowy and shiny, and I tend to get a little shiny on my forehead. So I'll just do a little bit of that just in the middle there and like buff that and blend that. And then I'll pop a little bit more here. And yeah, I think that's looking really good so far. What do you think? Okay, nice. Go a little bit lower on the cheeks there. All right. Oh, all right. Oh, well. That's the nice thing I like about it. I like to start with less and work my way up. So if you do make any mistakes, it's not that big of a deal. So now that I've got that on, let's go to the most important part of at least my look, which is brows. And this takes me the longest time. So I use the Brow Gal by Tanya Crooks Brow Shaping Pencil number 5 taupe. This is my favorite. It's like the only one that like really, really works for me. I start it nice, I'm gonna use this. I start it nice and pointy because it makes the biggest difference. And I just kind of start to fill in with very light wispy strokes. I tweezed most of my brows off at the Lancome counter in like 1997. So, because that was the look then. So I have to fill mine in. So there we go. I'm following like the natural shape and just accentuating it. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I should do some elevator music or stuff right here in case it gets boring. So you can already tell the difference, right? Like this is so much better than this. So now I will continue on the other side. Of course, this is always the hard part. They never want to match. But again, remember, brows are siblings, but not twins, right? They don't need to be, or cousins, but not twins. But they need to look similar, but they don't need to be identical, because that can start to look a little too fake. There's like one part of my eyebrow that just does not like to take brow color, and it drives me crazy. So there we are, nice and natural. And I will usually kind of like do them like this and then step away a little bit and like finish everything else and then go back. Yeah, and that looks really nice and natural, doesn't it? I love the taupe. See, I could probably add a little bit more to the end here and to over here. So we'll go back to that and like touch up. What I'll do now is go in and do a little bit of bronzer. I'm using the Chanel Le Beige. I love anything Chanel. And a nice fluffy powder brush from NARS. So I go in with that and shake off most of it, and then I just do the sides of the nose and underneath. get a little bit more, tap it off, and then I start with like the temple and I work it in and I do the 3. You guys know the 3, so I'm kind of making the shape of a 3. And I bring that under the jaw, the cheekbone there, and then same thing on this side. I'll do my 3s. Kind of helps to give that really nice, like, natural glow and accentuate the jawline. And again, I just do that, and then I'll come back and do more if I need to. And now I go right under the jawline. There we go. And then I like to go up and I'll do just like a little halo effect up by the hairline. And that also helps to like minimize a higher hairline like mine and create that like halo glowy effect. So you can kind of see how that's starting to happen, and it really complements the highlighter. I do a little bit of the bronzer underneath the brows for a little dimension too. Now I'll go back and just maybe a little bit more right here. Yeah, see, that looks nice. It's all very, very natural. I don't like it to look too heavy at all. Okay, next step. Oh, I should have done this in the beginning. I use Lumify every day, like multiple times a day. So Lumify is like the only, my eyes get like really, really red from allergies. So this is like the only one that works. Nothing else works, just Lumify. If you haven't tried it, try it. I swear by it. So you can see now everything is looking really nice and glowy, but natural. Next step, lash curler. Always do a lash curl and count. I do like little squeezes, like if I'm at like eyelash calisthenics and count to 10. And that's just going to help. I know like all of you girls would like never leave the house without your lashes done, but for us boys, it just makes them a little bit flirtier and gives us a little bit more of like, hi. Now I'll go through with the E.L.F. This is just like a simple clear lash and brow gel. So I take off most of the product, so it's very, very natural. And then just to give them a little bit of like oomph. Oh, that's always nice to like get it, like stab yourself in the eye. It's very hard to do this in a phone. Okay. And then I use the other side to keep those brows in place. Sometimes I use like the tinted brow gel, but I tend to get that like all over the place. So I like the clear one. It just gives everything like a little gloss. Voila. And, uh-oh. You guys, hold that thought. Okay, I'm back. I lost my setting spray. I think when my mirror dropped, it's like with the moisturizer somewhere, so they're having like a torrid love affair. Good for them. Anyway, so I'm using the Urban Decay All Nighter. I have a travel one, of course. So I have one that I take with me, the little one, and then the big one I just use at home and refill my little. So, and I like to do a nice thorough spritzing. It feels great. It's a super fine mist, and it really, really does work to hold everythh. So if you want to try it, buy the little one, but then after that, buy the big one and refill the little one, because it's a better deal just to buy the big one. So you guys, this is it. What do you think? It looks nice, right? So this is kind of like what you'd see me at most every day. I'd probably put like a little less on for just like going to work or something. But if I was going to go to an event or whatever, this is kind of how it would look. So super simple, super fresh, and of course it lets that natural skin show through. So I hope you enjoyed that. I am all set now and my look is complete. I'm gonna go somewhere and do some shopping, maybe for more product. That's it, guys. Don't forget to like and comment below, and I will talk to you soon. Keep it beautiful.